If you're hearing my voice now, it means I've accepted my truth. I'm not telling this story to make you feel sorry for me. I'm telling it because maybe someone out there is about to make the same mistakes I did. Maybe you're hungry, desperate, scared, like I once was. My name is Ruth. I'm 26 years old and I'm dying. But before this body gives up, I want you to know what brought me here. I was born in a small village where poverty wasn't common. It was normal. We didn't eat 3 times a day. Sometimes we didn't eat at all. My mother was a prayer warrior. My father was a farmer with broken dreams and an aching back. But despite the suffering, they raised me with faith. I grew up believing that if I kept myself clean, stayed close to God, He would reward me one day. But how do you keep believing when your stomach is empty and your mother coughs blood at night and all you can do is hold her and cry in the dark? My childhood friends had long left the village. They'd come back during holidays with glowing skin, flashy clothes, and stories of the city life. I used to admire them until I heard the whispers. They didn't hide it either. Men, parties, sugar daddies, one-night runs. They called it survival, but I called it sin. Stella was one of them. She used to sit beside me in church, but now she wore high heels and perfume that smelled expensive. She once told me, "Ruth, this your poverty prayer life won't take you far." I told her I'd rather die poor than sleep with strange men. I didn't know my words would come back to haunt me. It started with a small cough, then weakness, then fever. We thought it was malaria, but after 2 weeks, Mama couldn't walk. I went from pharmacy to pharmacy, begging, crying. No one gave me credit. Papa had sold the last goat, and Mama was getting worse by the hour. I swallowed my pride and called Stella. She sent 200,000 naira, just like that. I didn't even ask for that much. I cried and thanked her. Mama was taken to a private clinic. She recovered. I thought the storm was over, but I was wrong. I had only just entered it. A week later, Stella called. Her voice was different, cold. She asked when I'd pay her back. I explained that I didn't have a job. She laughed. "You think anything in this world is free?" I begged for time, but she wasn't interested. Then she gave me an offer. "There's a chief coming from Abuja. Just one night with him and your debt is paid. With change." I hung up the call. My hands were shaking, my chest felt tight. I cried for hours. I prayed. I asked God for a miracle, but when none came, I called her back. Stella came with a dress I wouldn't even wear inside my room. It was tight, short, sinful. She did my makeup, made me look like someone I didn't recognize. She smiled and said, "You look like money now." Chief was older than my father. He was calm, spoke gently, bought me wine, told me I was beautiful. I was shaking the whole time. When it was over, I felt numb. But then he handed me a brown envelope. 1 million naira. I stared at it for minutes. That one night had given me more than my family had ever owned. At first, I told myself that was the last time. But then the envelope kept calling me. I moved in with Stella. She took me to parties, introduced me to men who threw money like confetti. I stopped praying. I stopped going home. I blocked Mama's calls. I was too ashamed, but also too far gone. In just 5 months, I had my own apartment, my own car, clothes I couldn't pronounce, perfumes worth more than someone's rent. And then my body started speaking. I started losing weight. My bones ached. Fever wouldn't stop. My skin started changing. I went to a hospital in town and I did tests. The doctor came in, sat me down, and said the words I never thought I'd hear. You're HIV positive. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because deep down, I knew. I knew this road only led to one destination. I left that hospital with death in my chest. If I was going to die, I swore I'd take others down with me. Men who used women like trash, men who didn't care. I became wild. I stopped using protection. I partied harder. I slept with more men. I smiled while knowing I was destroying lives, but I didn't care. I was angry at them, at myself, at God. But this body, it can't keep up anymore. I started coughing blood. I can barely walk. I'm back in my village now, in a small hospital bed with peeling paint and flickering light bulbs. Mama sits by me, feeding me pap and crying quietly. She never judged me, not once. She only prays, just like she used to. I don't know if I'll see next month, but I know this. I wish I never took that first step. I wish I had held on a little longer. Maybe help would have come. Maybe not. But at least I'll still have my soul. Now I'm telling you, my sister, if you're listening, don't do it. No matter how tempting, how desperate, how broke you are, don't trade your body. Don't trade your soul. This money is sweet for a night, but bitter forever. I don't know if God still hears me, but I hope this story reaches someone before it's too late. I don't want your pity. I just want my pain to save someone else's life.